She left a husband that made over 200 grand a year, and then she's mad because the kids chose dad. Let's check it out. And her massive 5-head.
My ex makes more than $18,000 a month. He has all the money at his fingertips to do whatever he wants. Buy my children, take them on trips, take them on vacations. Why?
Those filters are not doing her any favors.
Literally have the bare minimum to pay my bills.
Breaking down a textbook case of post-divorce regret setting in real time. Jenna here spent 26 years married to a millionaire provider, but thanks to internet advice, she traded absolute financial security for a lonely apartment and a TikTok account. Let's see how that calculation is working out for her.
Hey, it's Jenna. Recently divorced and kind of figuring out this new way of life. I was married for 23 years, and with that person,
they always use these like corny lines. Life isn't a box of chocolates. Like, come on.
For 3 years prior. So for a total of 26 years of my life, I have been out of the game of dating, making friends, going out. All
right, so 26 years. She's 47. And look, this got to be so much makeup or filters.
Stuff like
no
that.
way.
As a single
She's 47 with skin like
in
that.
her 40s. Yeah, I'm 47. So I've raised children. My children are adult children now. And it's kind of interesting because it's so lonely at this stage in life.
She waited until her youth was entirely gone and her children were grown to suddenly decide she wanted to find herself. And let's be honest, searching is going to take a while with a forehead that massive. You could host a football game between her hairline and those dangerously high-arched eyebrows. She blew up a 26-year partnership for a front row seat to her own isolation. See the cat in the background?
Life after divorce, especially with older children, because you make all your friends when they're younger, or at least I did. I met my friends mostly through my kids' activities. I was a stay-at-home mom, and I took them to practices, I went to school, all that stuff. Hey, it's me, Jenna. Recently divorced and trying to survive this year. I'm gonna be honest, the random things that trigger me are the craziest things. I'm sitting in my car, literally sitting in my car, trying to pull myself together because I did what any mom does, and I pulled an emergency drive to my daughter because she needed something and drove an hour because she's at college to drop something off, and was just so thankful that like I could do it for her and fit her in my schedule. And
watch, she's about to tell us that her daughter triggered her.
The littlest thing she said just triggered me, and this is the second time in a week that my child has triggered me without even meaning to. So we're getting ready to leave and she's like, well, I'll be home because I'm going to be at the Clemson Notre Dame game because Dad's going to take us all. You think that's nothing?
She's realizing that when you divorce a wealthy provider, you don't just lose the man, you lose the ability to fund the memories. Her children are naturally migrating toward the parent who can actually afford to give them experiences. Is it fair for the wealthy ex-husband to adopt her old family traditions for the kids, or is he doing this intentionally to push her out? Let me know below. Something tells me he's not doing it intentionally. He's just trying to continue providing good experiences to his children. And they don't need to go and be bored with you if you've got nothing.
Right? Like nothing, right? And it instantly, like she instantly saw a switch in me. And she's like, what's wrong? And I'm like, nothing. Because, you know, I don't talk about that stuff. I don't want her to worry. So last week she says, oh, well, Dad said for Christmas we're going to go to Gatlinburg and be there for the holidays and do Dollywood.
Dollywood.
That man never once ever went to Gatlinburg or Dollywood ever in his entire life before he met me. That was where my family always went.
Notice the cycle. So the man can't develop a liking for it before or after he's with you? Logical shift. She isn't actually mad about a football game or a theme park. She's mad that her ex-husband has the capital to keep her family traditions alive while she's priced out of her own history. She is wicked pissa about this.
I'm from Tennessee. That's something we always did. It was a bonding thing. And now that's what he's trying to do. It's like he's taken every single tradition I've ever done and now turned it into his. Everything I've ever done. Now I find myself triggered because during the hardest time of my year last year, of me literally trying to stay alive, me dealing with all the craziness of my ex, the lying, the alienation, him calling me a whore, him having my children call me a whore. Why?
Something tells me that is not true.
Not because I did anything bad, because I wore spaghetti straps and all that. And his only way, the only way that he could use my children against me was to say I was on social media. I'm a photographer. I make silly TikToks. Honestly, I'll probably progress more with my TikToks because at first they were just pictures. But the more I was stressed, the more I hid in myself, the more I tried to survive, the more I took refuge in TikToks and finding stuff that...
Taking refuge in TikToks, reading the comment sections of the female therapists on TikTok.
Resonated with me. And honestly, it's the way I realized what a covert narcissist was, or
please.
What...
Here we go, throwing the word narcissist around just because her husband probably didn't let her do things or didn't allow her to go out of the house dressed like a 304.
How bad my abuse was, or mental abuse, or financial abuse, and all that stuff.
It's always abuse. Every time they get divorced and regret it later and have something to complain about on TikTok, it's always becomes the, oh, my husband was so abusive.
And there it is. She diagnosed her marriage using TikTok psychology. It's highly unlikely a millionaire husband suddenly went crazy over a spaghetti strap. It's far more likely he pushed back against her online validation addiction, prompting her to tank her marriage based on algorithmic advice.
Literally, TikTok has saved
Sometimes I forget I insert those little clips here and there. I only do it sometimes.
My life in so many ways. Who would think, Mom, we're going to Gatlinburg for Christmas, would trigger me? This man's had at least 3 vacations in the past year.
Well, that's what happens when you work really hard and you make $200K a month. Then you can afford, or sorry, $18,000 a month. Then you can afford to go on 3 vacations a year. Shit, I would.
Like really nice places with my children. At least 3 that I know of, because he has them lie to me. He has them outright lie to me about so much stuff. So who knows? God knows what they've done. And then the holidays and all that. Now my triggers are, oh, he gets to just go and take my kids to the Notre Dame and Clemson game. I wish I could do that. I can't afford to do that.
Well, you should have thought about that before you left him.
Why? Because he screwed me. He lied about owning a company. And there's ways to prove it. I'm trying to be happy and show my kids that like life can move on. But the triggers, the random fucking triggers that have me sitting in a Quick Trip parking lot trying not to cry. Why? Because my ex has so much money. He makes more than $18,000 a month easily, or at least he did. He made almost $1 million the year before we divorced and then lied about it. He has all the money in his fingertips to do whatever he wants.
He probably didn't lie about it. He probably put it in smart places where she couldn't get it during the divorce. And she is now mad that she couldn't get at it.
Buy my children, take them on trips, take them on vacations. Why I literally have the bare minimum to pay my bills on top of trying to restart a career because it was a hobby, because I was a stay-at-home mom.
He screwed me. Classic blame shifting from a woman who has a massive blind spot where her accountability should be. Her forehead is acting like a sonar radar dish right now, scanning the horizon like a beluga whale surfacing for air just to find anyone else to blame for her own financial choices. Do you think women realize how much of their lifestyle is subsidized by the men they leave until they're sitting in a gas station parking lot? Drop your thoughts below.
And now I sit here with the triggers. A fucking trigger because he's going to the Clemson Notre Dame game with my kids. I can't just randomly afford that. Hell, I can't even get them all in the same room at the same time.
You've got one little clip left from Jenna. If you're enjoying these breakdowns of why people are walking away from marriage in 2026, hit that subscribe button right now, smash the like, and share this video. Let's watch the final moment.
So I sit here, and I'm gonna get through this trigger. I'm gonna suck it up, Buttercup.
Suck it up, Buttercup. That's right. I'm surprised with a forehead that big that her brain wasn't big enough to stop her from making terrible mistakes. But if you like that video, please hit subscribe and the little dingy button so you know when I drop another one. And if you want to listen to those videos without my face on there, check out my other channel, Opted Out Podcast, where it came from. Peace out, y'all.